All right, let's get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight 8 this evening, thanks to Air Locker, is this lightweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 70.7 kilos. He fights out of Lions Den Academy, Sydney, New South Wales, with a professional record of 2 wins from 3 fights. Would you please welcome Michael Stanoff? And across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 70.45 kilos. He fights out of Team Compton Training Centre, Brisbane, Queensland, making his pro debut tonight. Please make some noise and welcome Jayden Binnie. Our referee in charge is Thomas Churchill.
All right, Thomas Churchill, the third man in the cage.
Round 1, you ready? Round 1, you ready?
Round 1, Jayden Binnie versus Michael Stanoff. Here we go.
Fingers, guys. Not allowed to do it in there, not allowed to do it out here.
So we're well and truly moving into the pro card tonight. We're going to see a little bit of feeling out process in the early goings of these fights. While the guys get warm, while they find their opportunities. Well, and there is an opportunity to throw a right hand. Stanoff makes the most of it.
Oh, big right hand over the top. Partially lands. Jayden shakes it off. Looking for that calf early again. Oh, he's coming in strong, Stanoff.
Stanoff doing a really good job, 1, of getting that takedown, and 2, of mixing up the right hand and the low kick. Binnie finding it hard to know which one was coming.
Doing a good job there. Threatening the neck to stand up.
Keeping that underhook is a very good idea from Jayden. Just trying to stop Stanoff from getting his hands together and being able to drag his hips out and get him down. We're maintaining the position here as Binnie. We don't want to exacerbate anything that lets Stanoff get control of him and lets him drag him down.
Well, I was talking to Stanoff's coaches earlier in the evening, and I was saying to them, I thought this fight will go whoever wins this battle right here.
Yes, 100%. Both of these guys, their style, funnily enough, notwithstanding Stanoff's amateur career, they've only won by rear naked choke. And that tells me that they put pressure on their opponents, they grind them into back exposure, things like standing up or trying to get out of really, really difficult positions. They give up their back and they win by rear naked choke.
Tom's doing a good job to let him work, but he's just given a little warning there. Jayden spins him round in the 50-50 now.
With a little bit of extra time in the round and being able to throw elbows, I'd like to see them work a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do agree. I mean, this is the most grueling part of MMA in most people's opinion, so let them work.
Yeah, if you're a grappler, I mean, this is your bread and butter.
Grab the fingers.
It's a bit of a stalemate.
We can stay here, we can play on the fence, but I want to see some effort to upgrade. Just like on the ground, you want to upgrade, you want to pass the guard, you want to get to a better position. Binnie now likes it. He uses the body lock, drags Stanoff down. It doesn't look like much, but that will wear on him. It'll wear on his arms, or he's have to put him down to wear some of his weight.
Very close with the knee there.
Look for the hook. There it is. Now Binnie upgrading the position we were just talking about. He wants a body triangle, he gets it.
Fully on the back now, backpacking Michael Stanoff is Jayden Binnie.
Wow, Stanoff on the receiving end of what he usually does to others.
Binnie complaining about grabbing the gloves. He's working on that neck now. Stanoff's trying to fight it off. It looks like he's doing a good job of hand fighting.
Very difficult to see from where we are, but it looks like Binnie can't get it under the chin.
I mean, what do you do if you're Stanoff here, mate? Do you worry about clearing the leg, or do you...
Oh, man, you've got so many things happening all at once. You have to negate the hands before you even deal with the body lock. If you start trying to take that body lock off, you take your hands away, that choke is coming on quick, smart.
Speaking of chokes, mate, it looks like he's trying to wrap it under again.
He's got so much to worry about.
You might drag this down to the ground and just... No, he's let it go. It's very taxing for your legs, isn't it, mate?
Absolutely. Those adductor muscles are very, very small. They're the thin ones on the insides of your thighs, and they would have been burned out by Binnie, who now finds a spot where he can take the back proper, and now gravity's actually working with him. Stanoff is falling into him.
We did mention every single one of these fellas' fights has been stopped by a rear naked choke. So you got to think the defense is going to be good.
Yeah, and we're seeing that body triangle again.
Oh, he's looking to mount here. He's looking to turn to mount. Stanoff has to float with him.
And look at that underhook. Forcing the quarter Nelson is Binnie, and he's breaking the posture. That forearm is pushing down the head of Stanoff so he can't push and get up.
He's just looking for options here, isn't he? He's just
100%.
You can see the human chess match going on in his brain as he's moving fluidly.
Look at how Binnie is attacking that leg, because what you need to do to stand up from this position is your hips go forward and your head comes up. If you can't drive your hips forward, your head simply can't get up. It's not how our body works.
He's just doing a great job of controlling the position. Only 10 seconds left in this round. It's been absolute domination since he got that body triangle on. He's going to look to do some damage here, surely. That's a big, big first round for Jayden Binnie.
Absolutely.
I mean, in the first minute, for me, Stanoff come out hot.
Very.
You know, and he tagged him a little bit.
Very. That's his signature pressure. And if I'm in the corner of Binnie, I've got 3 words for him. More of that. Didn't take any damage. Stanoff was forced to work in the cardio department. I know I talk about it a lot, but it makes or breaks fighters. And here we see Binnie doing what he does best. That body lock, forcing the weight of Stanoff forwards. The feeling out process, the leg kicks. Very, very successful, as you alluded to. The leg kicks, the right hands, pressuring Binnie to get him up against the fence. But then after that, it was all Binnie.
Yeah, once it got into the grappling, Jayden really did start to wear on Stanoff. So thank you once again to our sponsor of this fight, Air Locker. Make sure you check them out on your socials. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe if you're watching on YouTube for free. For free, I cannot believe you have had this night of Australian MMA for absolutely $0. So the least you can do, the least you can do is give us a like and subscribe. But here we are, round number 2.
Binnie was just vibing before the boys came out again.
Another heavy, heavy leg kick. There's 3 or 4 of them.
Stanoff just moved into southpaw and comes back again. It's an interesting one because Binnie got the better of him in the grappling, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's the better grappler. He was just able to get to positions where he's able to be dominant, not expend too much energy, and Stanoff was on backpedaling, so to speak, in the grappling department. If Stanoff gets to a good grappling position, he could still well and truly be able to dominate in the fashion that he usually does, but let's see if that can come to fruition.
With 40 seconds gone in this second round, I guess the question is, how long is it going to take until we see some grappling again? I mean,
from either man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Stanoff using his forward pressure as usual. Normally explodes into his shots and then looks for a takedown off them.
Oh, big liver kick. Binnie gives him the nod.
Ate it.
Those liver shots, especially the kick, feels like a baseball bat across your midsection, and then all of a sudden your feet are stuck in the mud.
Nice feint there at the hook down for the low leg kick.
I like that jab of Binnie.
Get that out there. Let's go. Work off the jab. Inside, outside, mate. Inside, outside.
Well, he is the longer fighter here, so those teeps up the middle that he was throwing before, stick that jab out.
Yeah, stay on the midline. Attack the midline. Straight punches, those kicks up the middle. Stanoff manages to catch a kick and gets... Oh, the axe kick. I love it. Old school.
Binnie called him down. He went, no, thank you, sir. I'm going to axe kick you. Looking for a stand-up.
Wow. Stanoff lets him get up. Binnie cracked him.
Really starting to warm up this fight is, ladies and gentlemen.
Stanoff, usually more of a bulldozer of a fighter. It looks like he's really respecting Binnie here, and I don't blame him. It was a dominant first round. See if Stanoff can figure out some of the puzzle that is Binnie.
Well, he's going to have to change something up because right now Stanoff's attack seems to be a little bit one-dimensional. Like I said, he's looking for that explosion on the shots into his takedown shot, but Just a little bit of variety would...
Yeah, I don't think he's fighting his fight. To put it plainly, we've seen him fight before, we've seen him be super dominant, and it just seems like he can't get into that rhythm of making his fight happen.
And that goes back to the conversation I had with his coaches before. I was saying whoever won that battle early against the cage was probably going to take over the fight. So Stanoff really has to do something here to turn that around quickly.
Especially losing the first. That first round, I mean, so many times in championship fights and 5-rounders, you see it comes back to the first round so much. This is a 3-rounder, but still applies. Stanoff needs to win these next 2 if he doesn't get a finish.
All that right hand connected.
Absolutely. All of it did. It was 4 knuckles to the head.
Let's go.
Nice jab. He's striking, starting to open up now. He's starting to look a little bit crisper.
It's beautiful.
Feint, nice feint for the shot there.
And he did the eye feint as well. I love it. You look down at the legs as well.
Go back to attack the legs. Minute and a half, Jayden. Let's work. Remember, you got to double up.
Wouldn't mind seeing Stanoff go back to that low leg kick, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not mix it up? The right hand low kick dilemma, it was working before.
Again. Work off it.
The low kick, there it is. Maybe apprehensive because it is one of the easier kicks to be taken down from, but nevertheless, we've got to do something. We've got to turn this thing around. He's got the tools to be able to. We've never really seen him this... I don't want to say apprehensive because I think he's being methodical, but we just need to turn it up a little bit.
Well, what I think you're seeing now is 2 really evenly matched guys.
Yes.
And it's just a high-paced, high-level chess match at the moment.
It is, it is. It might look like they're taking turns here, but their brains are working overdrive right now.
Stanoff talking to him a little bit there. Both boys absolute gamers.
Enter Southpaw. He's gone to Southpaw a few times. We haven't really seen him do anything with it. It's a different look if you do something with it. I mean, if you just change your stance, it's not really counting for too much.
10 seconds left here.
I feel like we need to see something from one of them here. Let's make something of this round.
All right, well, that's a pretty... I tell you what, that whole round after the first round was pretty uneventful. I mean, judging that round, and I'm just looking at my judge next to me, he's just stolen my pen just to see how he went. And look, it's really anyone's fight at this point, mate.
It is. If that one went Stanoff's game, I mean, Binnie, in a way, gave away that dominant round because it's a 10-9 system. I don't really see it being a 10-8. This fight could be too close if Stanoff took that one. He hits a big body kick there. Binnie was sticking him with the jab, but again, we could call that one a takedown because he did get taken down, even though Stanoff didn't really consolidate position. It was a weird one, but I feel like Binnie didn't really do enough. A couple stiff jabs, a good right hand there on the clinch break, but after having such a dominant first round of Binnie, I feel like he let that get too close.
Well, the problem that he has now is that, you know, this is an open contest. We're not sure how that second round went, so if his corner, you know, is in his ear there, they're going to say, look, we don't know what happened that round. You're going to have to go out and make sure you get this one.
100%. And some of that weight and pressure to perform comes back on your shoulders.
Once again, Stanoff takes the middle, starts walking him down. It's been the same all 3 rounds so far.
Chop the leg. Yeah.
Nice jab.
Then left hook after. Yeah.
Good. I like when Stanoff goes first, especially when he's got Binnie cornered.
Yeah, he fights his best when he goes first.
He does.
Stanoff.
When he waits and Binnie's able to snap that jab, it's not really working out for him.
Mix it up.
You can counter, but you can go first and third. You don't have to wait and throw the second strike. I'd like to see Stanoff setting the table in old boxers lingo.
Well, that was a little bit better, that leg kick there.
It was. It was.
He set it up. He really did set it up. So.
And the leg kick in itself, if your opponent starts checking, if he starts reaching for it, you're setting up other things. I love that kick. Landed in the second.
Is Stanoff mix his timing up a little bit here?
I think he has. Binnie's becoming too receptive.
Well, that's what happens when you have, you know, Stanoff firing absolute shots at you.
Yes, and
for 10 minutes.
Man, he does. For this weight and the way that he throws them, they're grenades.
It's inside leg kick. 3.5 minutes here left. in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Who have you got it for so far?
I don't think a pure striking match is going to be in Binnie's favour. He needs to do this. Oh, instead of having none of it, beast mode. He just threw Binnie like he was a school kid who got home from school and launched his bag into his room. That right hand. He needs to pair it with the low kick. There it is.
Throw a left hook behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. Second attacks.
Jayden's kind of got a little bit quiet here for the last, maybe 3 or 4 minutes of the fight.
Not setting it up. Seems like he wants to spar. He wants to tit for tat. He wants to play a feeling out game. He wants to have a measured, logical fight. But with a fight that's arguably 1-1, I mean, do you really want to do that in the third? Even if he's popping his jab, he's feigning the jab, he's launching his jab, he's moving.
He's just waiting. Everything.
Let's get the wheel turning. Let's get this offense happening.
Halfway, Jayden, halfway.
Even if it is feints. And that leg just got wiped out.
Yeah, I think that's compromised.
It has to be at this point.
Look at the size of Stanoff's legs. That was the hardest one he's landed in the whole fight.
We've got headsets on, and that I could hear that. Plain as day. That was bone on meat. Yeah, look, southpaw, Binnie. That leg is probably more dusted than we realised.
Oh, big body kick. Stanoff looks like he's upping his speed here.
He is, and he's going for that counter, but he needs to make Binnie throw so he has something to counter.
Oh, a sprawl.
Good from Binnie, but he does need to set these up more.
Looks like Stanoff's got more in the tank.
Stanoff forced Binnie's hand. If that leg is really compromised, which it looks like, and again, he stumbled just there, he's waited too long to be able to get this fight back to where it was in the first round.
If you actually have a look under his knee, you'll start seeing some massive bruising happening underneath there.
Oh, yeah.
He knows he's going to target it.
And he's not checking. He's kind of lifting it straight up. To check, your shin needs to meet theirs, and it's not happening.
So it's probably only going to take another couple. He's looking for the opening.
I want to see Binnie go to southpaw, punch into shots. Let's go. Steal this round. You've got 1 minute of dominant control. Attacking for submissions after a shot is all he needs. And Stanoff is just, why would you change what you're doing at this point if you're Stanoff? Binnie's giving him no reason to.
Yeah, that lead leg is looking like it's shot. Some nice elbows now.
Shots. This is what Stanoff does best.
Oh, big knee lands. Bum rushes him forward. We've got 35 seconds left in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Have you got it at home?
Off the jab now, off the jab.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Hitting that leg kick now off the jab. If Binnie's worried about the kick, he's lifting up, he's making it ginger. That jab will land, and then you go back to the kick.
Oh, that's a heavy elbow and sprawl. Stanoff looking. Stuff this takedown. Jayden trying his heart out to get it. And that's the end of this one, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to the judges. And this one's going to be tight. I have no idea, mate. What about you?
In the second round, Stanoff looked like he turned it around a bit because he had the more memorable moments. Obviously, round one was all Binnie. I don't know if it was enough to call it a 10-8, but from where I'm sitting, the tide turned after the first, especially in that third round where that leg looked really dinged up and Binnie had no means of sort of alternating the plan, making something happen in a fight where he had such a good first round.
Yeah, I think he will watch this one back and correct some things here. But having said that, I mean,
the second was still real close.
I have no idea who's got that second round. I think that's a Stanoff third, and that's a Binnie, definitely a first. The second round is close as, ladies and gentlemen. It's splitting hairs here at the Eden's Hotel here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And we're going to send it over to Jason Bean now to let us know who won that one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, all thanks to Air Locker. Fight 8 has gone the full distance. And the judges have accumulated their scorecards and have seen it as a unanimous decision 29 to 28 in favor of your winner, blue corner, Michael Stanoff.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Stanoff getting the unanimous decision. And hopefully we can sneak a cheeky word in with him. Here he is now with Jason.